Enthusiast here on YouTube, and right now I'm going to focus my camera just a little bit better. Okay, so my name is Autumn. I'm the Crafting Enthusiast here on YouTube. I do have other social media platforms, but on YouTube I'm the Crafting Enthusiast. And I have been given lots of requests to do a kind of like a spinning video, and I can make this a short one. It'll just be like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll just kind of go over, it'll be a little bit ASMR, just because, well, the sound of the spinning wheel and the drafting of the wool usually invokes relaxation and calmness, so it's very peaceful. So if you have any questions or something, put them in the comments down below, and I will just do my best to show you. So I got this from a store on Etsy. It's hand painted woven, and the store is called Edgewood Garden Studio on Etsy. And this one is called Rising Sun 1. I've had this for quite a while. It's it looks like 25% silk, 75% BFL, and it is 4 ounces. She's one of the best, in my opinion, stores on Etsy for wool. So this is the beautiful color that was chosen. It's just beautiful, like pinks and yellows, and it just kind of reminds me of like a sunset, which is probably why it's called that. So I'm just gonna unbraid this. It's been braided for quite a while, so I will have to probably fluff it up a little bit. So it's just, let's see which end I can pull from. If it's not this end, it's the other end. You just undo it like this, and then you just pull. And you can pull it apart, you can pull the colors apart, you can spin them separate, you can spin it as is and just have that color transition all the way through. But I plan on, it's 4 ounces, so I plan on taking 2 sides, and I'll just spin them a little bit different. I could spin one according to color, like, separate the colors. So I'm just going to take both ends like this and come to the middle right here. And it looks like the middle it's like right in the middle of a yellow. So I'm going to choose to first fluff it up, and then you want your hand, you can't pull it apart this close. You have to move your hands further apart for it to come apart good, like that, easy. So one spool is going to have one side, and one spool is going to have the other, and I'm trying to choose which way I'm going to spin it. This one I could just spin as is, and then the other one maybe separate the colors out and have it be a gradient from one color to another. So this is what I'm going to do. And I could like separate it long ways, but I kind of like to spin across the top when there's colors like this. I like to just go down and just keep the colors, and it'll keep the colors the way it is on here. I'll just spin across the top back and forth, and then as it goes on to the bobbin, it will gradually change from color to color, and then the other one I'll separate the colors out and make it like a gradient from like yellow to pink. And then when I apply them, it will give a different effect. So it might cause a little bit of barber pulling, but some people like that. It kind of looks like candy striping, or like a candy cane, but I'm just fluffing this up. It's a little bit compacted. It's been sitting for a little while. So this is basically, I'll just speed this up. and separating it out because it's a lot whiter than I anticipated. So I'm going to make sure this finger and I think I'm going to go through here and this is just called a leader. It's my leader yarn. I probably could change it out. It's been on there long enough over the years. But, okay. So I'm just going to start spinning. This is silk and BFL, which means it's going to be super shiny when it's done. But look at that, it's beautiful. So one thing to kind of test, I like to just start spinning and see what it chooses to be, because sometimes while you're spinning you can kind of like tell if it spins a certain way kind of hard, it'll spin another way more easy, like thinner, thicker, or the twist, or however. So you kind of have to feel it out. But for now, I'm going to show you how we tell what the staple length is. You just kind of pull out a few like that, and we'll see. This will tell me how long to draft, how long to make my draft. So snapping, not coming apart. So that tells me that this is a pretty long staple length, the length of my hand. So 5 inches, I would say. So my thing is I'm going to make sure that I keep that draft in that maybe 3-inch draft. Drafting means pulling the wool out as it goes onto the wheel. And I always spin clockwise and I ply counterclockwise. So I'm just going to start getting my tension right on the spinning wheel. So here we go. So we'll see how quick it takes it up. Probably could be a little more. Let's see. Yeah, that's not right. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. So I'm gonna, how I usually start, it needs a little bit more attention. Let's just see what that looks like. Okay, I'll just get the twist out of it now. Actually, it wants to start right away. Okay, so it just automatically attached to, it needs a little bit more attention. Let's see. I'll keep it close so you guys can see how I started. Just a little loop there. I'm just going to loop it through like that and then start drafting. And we'll just see where it goes. We'll see what it turns out to be. And at first it's never spot on. Plus it's hand spun yarn, so it's never going to be 100% perfect or immaculate because, well, it's hand spun. Hand spun wool or hand spun yarn is always, let's see, where did I draft that? Right here. It's always just a little bit different because it's hand spun. And hand spun, it's not out of a factory. So if you want perfect, you get it from a factory, like something that was spun on a machine. And you just, that is where they connect. And you just start spinning and see where it goes. Let's just see. I'm just going to go across the top like this. And we'll see where it takes us. So So now that I know the staple length, I can probably draft kind of far out, you know, like maybe 2.5 inches draft. If it disconnects like that, you just let it reattach, just like that. So I'll try to make sure I keep the colors, the gradient. See, it's spinning up to be kind of a yellow orange on the, it's really pretty on this pool. so you can see what I am doing here. And I just want you to, hopefully you could feel the ASMR vibe. It's very calm, very calming. This is the rest of it. I will continue to spin on that and get that done. Probably be a 2-ply. I'm going to do a 2-ply. So I'm just going to kind of hang it over like this and keep it like that. And I wanted to talk a little bit for just a moment about the kind of wool this is. Now, this is the best book on the planet if you are a spinner and want to know about the wools, the connoisseur of the wools. That's me. So I've been wanting to do a sheep study for a really long time, and since we're spinning BFL here, this is silk and BFL, I was going to look up BFL in here, and it's kind of got a little bit of index here. BFL is Blue Face Leicester. So, characteristics and history, 83, 84. So I'll just go into page 83 and 84. Okay, here's the sheep right here, and they're beautiful. Their wool is like, the Leicester in it is super shiny. Now the silk is helping the shine, but it's super shiny, so it will knit up beautifully. Actually, it says the blue-faced trait. Actually, an illusion created by a haze of short white hair over the rich black skin, as shown up occasionally in the Leicester since the days of Bakewell. Yet the Blue-faced Leicester breed is a relatively new addition to the world. Initially developed to play a role in the production of mules, page 328, in the early 20th century, breeders around Hexham in Northumberland, the northern country of England, began purposefully selecting for the blue faces. You can occasionally hear the breed referred to as Hexham Leicester, blue-faced mane, blue-headed Leicester, or blue-headed mane. Thanks to its lovely, fine, long wool fleece, the breed has become a favorite among fiber lovers. If the fleece in front of you looks like a pile of fine wound springs, there's a darn good chance it's Blue-faced Leicester, or possibly one of the related mules. The fiber is fine, silky, lustrous, and a long wool. Its springy appearance is called tightly purled, which brings to mind the purling movement of liquid flowing with a circular motion, as well as purled in the sense of a fine cord or of twisted fibers. You can see both of these images in the locks. When this wool is spun and plied smoothly, the yarn can look like a string of glistening white pearls as well. So here's some that's spun up. They're very they're shiny. They have a very shiny appearance. So over here we have the Blue-faced Leicester facts right there in the book. It says fleece weight between 2¼ to 4½ pounds, 75 to 80% yield. Staple length is between 3 and 6 inches, which we established that in the beginning. Fiber diameter is 24 to 28 microns, which is very, very soft. lock characteristics, extremely distinctive, spiraling thin locklets. Natural colors, mostly white, with a recessive black gene that shows up to produce individuals with black and gray fleeces. So there's dyeing options and fiber prep. Like I just fluffed it up. If I were to have just sheared my, if I had Blueface Leicesters and I had just sheared them, then that would come in handy, like the prep, which prep is better. This is a combed top. I think it might be roving. Let me check. I'm not sure. Usually you can tell by how it looks, but I believe this is combed top because all the fibers are going in one direction. So if it was roving, they'd be all going different directions. So anyway, that's a little bit about the Blueface Leicester. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to move on to a little bit of crochet tips, maybe how-tos and stuff like that. So yeah, look out for that video. But in the meantime, this is spinning. This is what I do in some of my pastime, other than diamond painting or cross stitch or crochet or knit or sewing, or I mean, you name it, I probably have it. And then also one of the things about having hobbies like this is you become a connoisseur of all of it. So I have a lot of wool that needs to be spun. I have a lot of yarn that has already been spun, and some of it needs to be spun and dyed. Some of it can be dyed and then spun. It just, yeah, this I did not dye. I got this from this Edgewood. I'm going to send her a message telling her that if anybody comes on here and they see this, I'm going to see if I can link her Etsy, if she's still on Etsy. She might have her own website. Anyway, I will figure it out and I will link it below because she has amazing color options in her dyeing process. Anyway, and all different kinds of wool. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the YouTube-y things that we do to support each other and the content creators. And I hope to see you on the next one. By the way, this spinning wheel, I did not say, it's an Ashford Kiwi. And it's a castle style. If nobody knows, a traditional style has a wheel off to the side. The mother of all sits here and the wheel's off to the side. And this is a castle, which means the wheel is underneath the mother of all. So, and it's a double treadle, which means both my feet. It does have holders here and here. So on both sides, I could actually ply off of here. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and week ahead, and I will see you soon.